السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Inshallah, we will continue studying the section Furqan of the Quran, 25th section of the Quran, and we studied up to verse 55. And let's see what we have studied, what we have been studying from the section Furqan. So we studied about the verse 53. There is no merge and mixture between two seeds, although they come to next to each other, run into each other, but they never mix them. So, for example, we emphasized on the importance of living together with believing and non-believing people. Yes, they share the same place, they share the same facilities of a town or a village or a city, but belief stays as it is own, and unbelief stays as it is own. They don't really merge, blend into each other. So, what does it mean? The previous verse was talking about the struggle between the believers and non-believers. It means this struggle not only between people when there is a physical attack, yes, but if there is not, most of the time there is no physical attack nowadays because of somebody's belief, especially. But the idea of disbelief and idea of belief can never mix each other. They can never get together. It means there is no peace between unbelief and belief. It doesn't mean that there is no peace between people who follow unbelief, who follow belief. No, between people, they live as human beings together, next to each other, with each other, mixture. But the ideas cannot be mixed up by nature, like positive and negative powers, or male and female, or existence and non-existence. We uh, discussed on it in almost great details, and there are many options that we can understand. For example, spirit cannot be mixed with body, although they reside in the same place, but spirit is something non-material, body is of material elements. They cannot really have any mixture of characters or characteristics. So we said there are many options that we can understand. And then the following verse said, look, we created you from water, from the same substance, uh, and created you loving, compassionate relationship between yourself. So you have a common point. All of you are human beings. You have the same qualities, but you have the free will to choose either the right and good, or left or the bad. You are free. But you cannot say that I am created with this nature. No, every human being has been created from the same nature. So we emphasized on it. Now uh, we are here. Inshallah, we will continue. Just tie up with the verses. So, Bismillah, let's start now. Why this verse mentions what it does here. ويعبدون من دون الله ما لا ينفعهم ولا يضرهم وكان الكافر على ربه ظهيرا. Now, that's what the result is. Yet people worship instead of God. Some people choose to do that. Things that instead of God, they worship what? Things that can neither benefit nor harm them. They have no free will to choose. They have no power to do anything. They are created as they are. But they say, because they just look at the existence or the creation as it appears to be. And they say, oh, that, for example, water is the source of human existence or life of human existence. Well, water has no life. It has no quality to choose. It has to exist as it is given existence, created, and it has to obey the order of the creation, order of the creator as he created it, cannot have any choice. So how can you say that this is the source of my existence and this is the source of whatever I benefit from this universe? No way to accept it, no way to confirm this. Why do you do that? So Quran says. So an unbeliever always gives support against his Lord by turning their back to their Lord. It means it has two meaning actually. وَكَانَ الْكَافِرُ عَلَى رَبِّهِ ظَهِيرًا. Of course, we will talk about why Rab means and Zahir means. We will talk about it, but because of the word ala, el kafiru, ala Rabbi, ala means turning your back or giving support against something. So the Quran has flavor of different or colors or flavor of different meanings in a way that they are all possible for human beings for us to understand. That shows that depending on the situation, some people really deny God and support this idea by supporting the other deniers as well. That is correct. And also, it means he himself, although knows that he, definitely everybody knows that he needs to be created, given existence to, and it cannot, a human being, a living being, cannot be created by matter, by human senses, by consciousness. I mean, unimaginable that my consciousness is uh, organized, arranged, and created by matter, which has no power, nothing, no knowledge, no life, anything. So my consciousness, my reasoning power, why or how I came into existence, and this is the product of matter, atoms, elements, particles. Ridiculous. That's what Quran is now presenting us the idea, inviting us to think that how a person, a human being, can believe in something as the creator, organizer of the things, and especially in the whole universe as it is continuously changing, perfectly arranged. How can it be possible? She is asking us to question. as we mentioned once, I remember once we mentioned here, but it is again important to refresh our minds. When Quran states a statement, from the speaker's point of view, which is the speaker of the speaker in the Quran is the creator of the universe, creator of human beings. That's how the Quran says, I am the speech of the creator of the universe. So let's see whether it is the creator of the universe or not. That's what we are investigating here. So how we should read this text according to what it claims to be. So the text says, for example, when you read a book about biology, so it says, I am a biology book. So you have to read it as a biology book. You cannot read the biology book as a sociology book or as a law book and try to understand it. Impossible. So, but after reading the book, which claims to be the biology book, that is very important because we miss the point there mostly. Non-believers don't take notice of it, but even the believers miss this point. When you read the biology book, you have to read the vocabulary, concepts, and terms used there according to biologist's branch of science, discipline of science. You cannot read it and look at the word there and see that this is how we use in our daily language. Nothing to do with it. It's biology term or a term which is used and has a special meaning in biology, the science of biology. So we have to be very careful. The Quran says, I am speaking to you in order to tell you why I created you and how can you make most of your human capacity in a very limited period of time, so that I will treat you accordingly in your next creation. That's what the Quran says, fundamentally. But while the Quran is doing this, the Quran is encouraging us. I am the one who is teaching you. You are the student of the Quran. So read it as a student. For example, وَيَعْبُدُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ مَا لَا يَنْفَعُهُمْ وَلَا يَضُرُّهُم. Now, yet people worship instead of God things that can neither benefit nor harm them. Now, what we will say, am I doing this after reading it? Because it is a suggestion from the Quran. Think about it, what you are doing. No, 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 I worship God. Okay, in my daily life, I believe in God. That is fine. That is correct. Who is God? If you ask me, I will say the creator of the universe, of course. In my daily language, in my daily life, am I really seeing the events and what I am using? Are they the source of existence of the things that I am benefiting from? Watch out. So you always utilize, benefit from what is created and never ever attach any power to be the source of existence of anything. I am wearing my clothes. They are the source of existence of my warmth or keeping my body warm. They are employed there by the creator of the universe. So don't worship your clothes. Wear it as a present, as a gift from your creator, and worship creator. Say, put your clothes on, and they say this clothes, then don't say, the Quran says, don't say, or don't understand it. These clothes are keeping warm to me. These clothes are given to me by the creator of the universe to keep my body warm. And I am obeying his order because it is winter now. So outside is quite chilly, not cold actually, not chilly, cold. So uh, I wear this to keep me warm, but uh, whom I am going to worship? The one who created this universe with this ability that I can make clothes, and this is a gift from my creator. That's what I have to read the Quran as a suggestion to me. That's very important. So we should not say that, oh, I'm not worshiping God, anything else other than God. But he says, no, be careful in your life. So if you do this, you will be turning your back against your Lord, or you will be supporting materialistic ideology if you, in your daily life. Although in an all case, I believe in God. It doesn't mean that you don't. But Quran asks us to pay attention to your particular details of your life as much as possible. Be careful. Think about it. The cloth itself, does he know you? No, it is created in the way as they are. It is a gift from their creator to us. So we have to understand it in this way. Okay, let's go one by one. If there is no, let me see, anybody who would like to share their understandings, comments, and also if there is some questions, concerns, please go ahead. So if not, I will continue. One, you can interrupt me anytime, you know that. This is the principle in our discussions. There is a difference between people who don't worship God and el-kafir, as the Quran uses the word. What do you think is the difference? I mean, some people don't worship God. For example, for example, don't misunderstand. I'm giving an example about myself. When I use something and say that, oh, that is very nourishing itself. Now, and really, I'm very happy to have this. All right. No connection to its creator. In that, be careful with my language. Inshallah, it will make it precise and clear. In this attitude, my understanding, of course, I speak now, I may not speak it, my understanding, my perception of the event, this thing is uh, doing this, all these benefits for me. Although I don't deny the creator of the universe, what I do, I cut off the relationship between what I am, for example, eating, since we talked about nourishment, eating, what I am eating, the food, whatever it is, cutting off it is connection to its creator and interacting with the thing and me. This understanding, this attitude, this perception of the event is called in Arabic kufriye, kufr, but kufriye. It means a small dot point in my belief, I mean, small dot, black dot on my blank white sheet of belief. There is a dark point that is called a small denial. In a limited area, for a limited period, I cut off the relationship between the food I am eating and its creator. Then I wasted my time. I wasted my human qualities in that particular point. It doesn't mean that I denied God. No, because of my unconscious relationship with what is presented to me with my Creator. I would say, "Oh, you are a present from me, from my Creator. What a beautiful creature you are, and what a beautiful gift from my Creator. You are really employed or created in order to feed myself within these conditions of the world. That is how the order that the Creator creates the universe in this order. I am connecting the food, let's say, to its Creator. And I am worshiping the Creator, not the food. If I disconnect, but, but I'm not talking about the word kafir here. Küfriye, küfriye. I don't know how to translate it. I don't think there is an like once I remember I mentioned here, like the child doesn't say mother, like 20 years old or 30 years old boy, and a 3 years old mother says, the child calls her or his mother, mommy, instead of mother. That is this kind of word, kufriye. It's a smooth thing. I, I I don't know whether it explains anything to you. We have to be careful as believers in God. We have to be careful about our consciousness, awareness, how awake we are in our belief in the Lord of the universe. That is not an accusing anyone of committing kufr or something. Just we have to have a straight relationship, uninterrupted relationship with our Creator in our practical daily life. But when Quran speaks in black and white terms. Quran says deniers, total deniers, believers, total believer. It means two salty and fresh water uh, coming together, two different nature. They cannot mix, they cannot blend, they cannot merge. But they live together next to each other, but never get into each other. They cannot have this, how do you say? They cannot have the same denominator, same characters, shared characters. No, they cannot. But in our daily life, it is never like this. Never like this. But the Quran, when the Quran says, وَكَانَ الْكَافِرُ عَلَى رَبِّهِ ظَهِيرًا, the people who don't worship God in their daily life, but not everybody who doesn't worship God occasionally, directly, can be in the category of el kafir, deniers, unbelievers. No, no, maybe may not be. If someone denies the creator of the universe totally, then that is denier, but that is up to him. We don't know. We talk about denying and believing. Denial and belief. We talk about denial and belief. Denier and believer, that is the people we don't know. Uh, when we cannot judge, and it is no good for us to judge anyways. What am I going to do by declaring somebody as denier? Who cares? The Creator will care. Will take care of him or her. But for me, I have to say, denying the Creator of the universe is absolutely wrong. If someone says, no, I don't believe in the denier, in the Creator of the universe, that is called kafir. So not everybody who doesn't practically worship God in their daily life is denier. This is important for people, Muslim people who live in a non-Muslim environment. Even they live in Muslim environment, they may find lots of people who are not worshiping God. They don't really pray. They don't have anything to do with practical side of religion. But when you speak to them, they say, I am a Muslim. I believe in God. And if someone says, I believe in God, I have nothing to say. That's it. That's number one. Any comment, question? So I will go to the second one. Afsham, go ahead, please. Thank you.
Can you give us, Assalamu alaikum, doctor, can you give us an example of somebody, like, what would be the characteristics of someone who doesn't worship, but you will not call, like, do you mean like a person who never worships? Are they not kafir?
Now, if they don't deny belief side, it means, yes, there is a creator, but I am busy. Now, I have to make money, and I have to take care of my family affairs now. So, doesn't perform worship. But, of course, what they do now, although they say they believe in the creator of the universe, of course, we are not really intending to pass judgment about people. In general, characters we are talking about. Isn't that true? Now, we are not talking a particular person who's John or Ahmed. We are talking in general. Now, and this is the definition we are putting, we are really understanding the definition. I believe in the creator of the universe, but they say this is what something was very, I mean, live as if whatever they are doing, interacting with, as if is not created by the creator of the universe. But denying means saying no. It is not created. It is natural. Now, that is denial. For example, if someone never prays, all right, if you ask him, do you think we are not supposed to pray God? So, yes, we have, I mean, but yeah, they say in their own language, inshallah, I will. I will start one day. So, but their life, of course, the effect of belief in their life is not reflected in their life. Effect of belief is not reflected in their life. But they are not denying. That is why we have to make the distinction. When it comes to, as the verse says here, why do you worship instead of God? Things that can neither benefit nor harm them. Or here, if I take the words for myself, they don't benefit me, they don't harm me by themselves. Why should I worship them? Now, in this case, I mean, they have a excuse me, white, is a believer in, if they say, I believe that the universe is created by a one who's called God, creator of the universe or Lord of the universe. Okay, it has a white board, if you like, sheet. Now, this white sheet has many black dots on it, but it is a white sheet. But if a sheet, completely black sheet, denial, completely denial, there cannot be any white sheet in it, but any white dot in it. Because if you say there is no creator at all, you cannot say, this tree, yeah, the universe is not created by a God, but this tree is created by God. Contradictory, impossible. So, but in the world, it's very rare to find people completely white and completely black. Mostly agree. So we have to understand, if someone doesn't pray, you cannot say he's a denier, although he doesn't worship. That's why I wanted to make the distinction between worshiping and uh, denying, the difference between worship and denial. But by definition, if you believe in God, you have to worship in God. It means acknowledge God and always be thankful, grateful to Him in every case in your life. But that is by definition. That's by definition. But in practical terms, mostly I fail. I don't know about you. So, number two, can we say all those who don't worship God are evil? Why yes, why not? Why no? Don't worship God are evil. Do you think a person who doesn't believe in God, can we call it evil? In everything he does is a devilish action, practically speaking. Anyone comment? No response? Now, if a person in practice, not a denial, but worshiper, not worshiping God at all, but when we say yes, denial in itself is evil. Denial in itself is evil. But a person in our practical life may do some good actions, although these good actions don't bring any benefit to this man. But this good action, as far as I am concerned, may not be evil. An unbeliever may come and do some good thing in your environment, in your neighborhood. Do some good actions. As far as he is concerned, we have to make the distinction. As far as this person is concerned, his good action, for example, giving to charity, typical example, giving to charity. As far as this person is concerned, he is not doing it in the name of God. it doesn't bring any benefit to this man, to this person. But of course, as compared to the one who never does any good action, kills uh, people, declares war on innocent people and kills them, compare this person with a person who helps the needy. This person is better, the one who helps the needy. The other is worse. But as far as the person himself is concerned, his good action doesn't bring benefit to him because he is doing it in his own name. He is not acknowledging the creator of these actions. He says, this is my action. That is, theoretically, that's completely wrong.
Because sometimes I'm sure they want to kill me now.
Sorry? Okay. I think there was a confusion. If I have not misunderstood. So, but as far as others are concerned, are evil as as far as we are concerned, we can say this person is evil because he's doing something good to human beings. But his own position is different from my, as far as I am concerned, my position. That's why we have to make the distinction. Not every people who don't worship God is evil, but denial in of itself is evil. Is evil. But being evil harms the person himself. Did I make this case clear? Shall we move to the third point? We have to make the distinction. That's why we have to be realistic. Living in a society in the world almost the same, but in some places are worse than the other, better than the other. So not many people, for example, in the environment where I live, not many people I see that worshiping God. Even among the Muslims, when it comes to Friday prayer, let's say there is 500 people. And when it comes to morning prayer, there is only 5 people. But it doesn't mean that the others don't pray. But look at this difference now, how consistent we are. So we understand even in the Muslim community, we cannot find 100% worshippers, 100% non-worshippers. No, mixed. That's why we have to be careful not to call anybody who is doing something, good actions, and still say that he's an evil man. No, I cannot do that. Did we get it? Is it clear now? Practically speaking, I'm talking about this. Maybe it didn't make, I couldn't make it clear. Muaviye says it's clear. All right. Are you just speaker of our friends here, Muaviye? Good. I mean, you are the spokesman. No, thank you representing them. So the third point is, do unbelievers give support against the Lord? Yeah, I think the right question should be, do all unbelievers give support against the Lord, as the Quran says? Any idea? all unbelievers give support against the Lord. Muawiya, no, not at all. Yeah, I agree. Are there not many people just take care of their worldly life, and some of them even support justice and human rights? How do you reconcile not worshiping God and being an unbeliever? I mean, we cannot reconcile them, just the deniers. Yeah. Yeah. Or let's say this one, let's put it in this way. Just deniers. Not every people who don't worship give support against the deniers. But I think Muawiyah wanted to say, just the deniers give support against the Lord. Again, they propagate, they support the institutions which propagate denying God. So they are the ones who are the one who give support to their deniers. Not everyone who doesn't worship God give support to deniers. They are just living in an indifferent manner. That's what I understand. Now, let's come to this ala rabbihi zahira. Afshan?
So, Doctor, when you in this slide, when you use in all of these questions, when you use the word worship, it sounds like you're speaking about ritual worship. Because naturally, if I believe in God, then because what I mean is previously in this class, we defined worship as acknowledgement of God. Whereas as I'm listening to you speak, it sounds like um, you're when you use worship in this slide, you're talking about ritual worship. Is that right?
Now, what you said in and of itself is correct, but saying that we are, I am speaking now. I am saying worship. When I say people who don't worship God, I don't mean doing practical things. As that I said, you said, leave this aside, these comparisons. What we should understand, as far as I am concerned, if I cut off the relationship between what I am doing, how I am benefiting, between the things I am interacting with, uh, the relationship between these things and their creator, if I cut off it and ignore about it, I am not worshiping God while, for example, I am drinking water. I am drinking water. And I just say that, that is really Fuji water. So the best mineral you can find in it. Never occurred to me that it is created by God and it is a gift from my creator. While I am drinking the water, I am not worshiping God. And also, another event, any other event, but this is the more easily understandable example. So those people may not be aware of what they are doing in their life, but when you ask them, do you think the universe has no creator? It happened to be by itself. Most of them say, no, there must be something. So, for example, some Muslim scholars, I mean, those certain Muslim scholars put everybody in denying category anyways. But there are certain group of people. A train of the tradition they follow. But majority of the people say, scholars say, we can only understand if a person is a believer or a denier. Now, it's a big problem. Is a believer or a denier? You can ask the question in a negative form. So wait for what he says. For example, do you think that the universe has no creator? It's a negative question. If he says, of course, there is no creator. But the universe is the just natural thing happening. That is a denier. Or this attitude is a denying attitude. Now, if he says, yes, there must be a creator. Okay. Did you ever remember today, that whatever you had is provided by this creator? And you see, he will say, no, he didn't worship. That is the difference. But of course, we are not talking about people and passing judgment. How are we categorize people believing or not? No, we are talking about ourselves. Ourselves. That is why I have to be careful. I have to be a worshiper of God, not only believer of God. Yes, I believe that there's creator, yeah. But I have to put it into practice, not only in the form of, as Afshan made it clear, in the form of prayers, fasting. No, in my practical life, I have to always in contact or put everything created by the creator of the universe, by God, in contact with it. This is from my creator. This is provided by my creator. This consciousness must be kept awake. That is what I understand, that when we say وَيَعْبُدُونَ مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ مَا لَا يَنْفَعُهُمْ وَلَا يَضُرُّهُم. It doesn't mean categorically speaking, although Quran speaks categorically. We always say Quran speaks in black and white terms. Although Quran speaks in categorically, but I cannot say that I don't worship anything else but God, and this verse is for kafir, non-believers, not for me. No, this verse is for me. I have to see if I am worshiping God in my practical life, in every event that I'm involved with. Did you understand? Did I make it clear a little bit?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, just it is speaking to me, and it is saying, Ali, are you worshiping me? No, I said, I prayed. No, are you worshiping me while you are speaking or doing anything? Are you aware of me, that things you are dealing with are my creation? Are you aware of this? That's what I have to read the Quran, how I should read the Quran for myself. Not, this is the problem why I get involved with this kind of discussions. Quran speaks categorically, and we think that our life has this categorical difference, distinction. No, impossible. So I have to benefit from the verses mentioning about or describing about deniers' attitudes. deniers' ideas. I have to read it for myself. If I have any piece of it in my life, partial, point by point, in general, yes, my sheet is white, but there are lots of black dots on it. I have to notice these black dots, inshallah. While we are regarding or seeing people, we have to see not everything a person who does, who doesn't believe in God will be evil. Maybe good, but it is not good for him, but it is good as far as I am concerned. We have to make the distinction anyways. Now, let's come to this Quranic method. On many occasions, Quran speaks this kind of language. Look, those people, if there is anyone among us who knows Arabic, will understand easily what I mean. وَكَانَ الْكَافِرُ عَلَى رَبِّهِ ظَهِيرًا. Look, what he said, look at this, as if it looks like contradictory within itself. Let's read the translation. An unbeliever always, don't forget about always, gives support against his Lord. Does he believe in Lord? Or in other meaning, by turning their back to their Lord, it means his Lord. Does he really believe in the Lord, that it is his Lord? No. Quran, did I make the question clear? It means there is no voice. Now, he says, turning their back to his Lord, or turning his back to his Lord, or unbeliever always gives support against his Lord. This is the Quran on many, many occasions, maybe more than half, while he is speaking to especially deniers, Quran reminds them, their Lord, reminds them, their Lord. It means, be careful, you have somebody who has given you existence, life, created it as a human being, as a perfect human being with immense capacity. That is your Lord, not Muhammad's Lord or Muslims' Lord. That is your Lord. Then most of the time, the Quranic verses narrate that the prophets, when narrate the prophet's speech to people, or means are talking to non-believers, always says, why don't you take the advice from your Lord, not from my Lord? It doesn't mean that your Lord is different from my Lord. Just reminding people that they have to think about their Lord. Who is their Lord? So they say, this person is asking me, for example, this person is asking me to worship his Lord. He has a belief in a Lord, and he's asking me to join him or to confirm his belief. No, Quran says when the Prophet speaks to them, I am calling you to believe in your Lord. For example, in the verse in Yasin, everybody knows this. So, وجاء رجل من أقصى المدينة رجل من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه تحشرون. أتخذ من دونه آلهة يردن الرحمن بضر لا تغني شفاعتهم فلا هم ينقذون. No, Allahu Akbar. All words came to my mind, but not the one I needed to come to my mind. Yeah. Okay, this one. No. Allahu Akbar. No. No. Yeah. Inni, look at this very beautiful Yasin 36th section of the Quran, verse 25. Now, inni amantu bi rabbikum fasma'un. Now, be careful, very easy, very important. Indeed, definitely, I believed, look at the language, I believed in your Lord. Look, not in my Lord, in your Lord, the one who created you. I believe the one who created you. So you have to believe in your creator, not my creator, as if I'm calling you to follow me. No, it is your business. Did I make the case clear? Yep, Muaviye. Muaviye, your microphone is open, but we don't hear you, Muaviye. Okay. Let me adjust my audio. All right. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me now?
Alaikum salam.
So, Jazakallah khair, you made it very clear. It's a very interesting point. I had a question on the similar topic. The word always, does it mean like constantly? Or like what does the word always here mean?
What did you say? What is the one?
The word always?
An unbeliever always gives support against his Lord. Now, why do they say always this? وَكَانَ الْكَافِرُ عَلَى رَبِّهِ ظَهِيرًا. Because of the word كَانَ, وَكَانَ, this takes the event back in the past. So in the past doesn't mean it happened in the past. From the very past time, he has been doing this, it means. It means an unbeliever has always been doing, or he has been supporting against his Lord because of the word kana. Otherwise, there is no obvious word there. The structure of the sentence gives the meaning always. It means kafir definitely, definitely, with no exception, uh, gives support against his Lord by definition. So would the word constantly also be wrong? Wrong, did you say? No. By definition, a person, again, we are not talking about person, a particular person. A person, as long as he is kafir, deliberate denier, as long as he is a deliberate denier, he keeps giving support against his Lord, but his Lord. The Quran is point is here. So the Quran, as I read this verse from the section Yasin, what's wrong with me that I should worship in your Lord is very important. It means we have to present our belief. Now, come rather than come to us, join us, rather than join us, believe in our religion. Quran doesn't say this, doesn't show this way. Oh, many things are. I think I'm not really making the things up. It is specific to their person scenario. No, not specific to their person. This is definition, Muavi. It is definition. As long as one person stays with a blank denier, he always gives support against his Lord. Whoever he is, whenever he stops being a denier, he stops supporting against his Lord. I hope a little bit clear now. After, it appears that by using the word Rabbihi, his Lord, the verse is demonstrating the interest contradiction. Excuse me, in demonstrating the inherent contradiction. Yes, in there, that's a good point. Yeah, inherent contradiction. Why don't you believe in your Lord, the one who created you? I'm not saying believe in my religion. That is your belief. That's your reality. That is your creator. That's why we shouldn't invite people, come and join Islam. We should say, submit yourself, be Muslim. Submit yourself to your Lord, to your creator. It means think of yourself and see whether you need to be created or not. How perfect your feelings, your human side, and your body even, can it be accidentally so perfect? Look at your nerve system. Can it be possible? So the nerve system in one person's body The nerve system, if you take these nerves and extend it, not in body connection, only bodily connection, it will go from here, they say, I don't know, I was amazed when I learned this, from the earth to the moon, that long. It is perfectly, no mistake, no confusion, installed in our body. One body. They say this is the result of accidental random choices. So think about yourself, even your existence of your body, existence of your spirit, spiritual side, human side, feelings, your consciousness. Is it at all possible randomly development of material origin? Is it at all possible? Think about yourself and believe in the one who created you, not that believe in my religion. This is the method we are learning from the Creator. So here the Quran is at the same time talking, look, as Afshan said, you are denying your Creator. It means you are denying your reality. You are not denying Muhammad's religion. Muhammad's religion is your religion. That's why we have to be careful while we are presenting Islam, Quran to other people. We should use a familiar language with their own reality rather than you and we and you. So we are right, you are wrong. No, you are wrong within own your reality. You are contradicting yourself. Ala Rabbihi Zahira. Rabbihi, his own Lord. I think it is clear. Or I can explain it and make it as clear as possible this much. These are the details that we have to learn, inshallah, from the Quran. Any question, concern? All right, I think we should stop it, inshallah. Let me see the one. So Afshan said, it is clear and very beautiful. H. Beza said that to support against your Lord seems to be defined by the previous sentence, to worship and or turning to things that they have no inherent qualities themselves, including one's own self. So if a non-believer helps others, it may be done their own name. Yeah, that is what their good actions don't bring any benefit, but it is better than those people who don't do good actions. And also, as far as the rest of the society is concerned, their good actions don't harm the others. So it is better than killing thousands of people for national interest, doing good actions. So we have to appreciate it. Now, Afshan says it is clear. Okay. Thank you very much for your comments and questions, concerns. I'm very pleased. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة